Dear friends, today in this lecture we will discuss leaving groups in nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction. Now, if I have already discussed with you the interconversion of various carboxylic acid derivatives. So let me just write one reaction, a monolysis of esters. Okay, this mechanism we have already discussed. So let me write its mechanism OR dash plus ammonia. Okay, so this attacks here, so we get this tetrahedral intermediate O negative OR dash NH3 positive. So the next step, that is quite interesting, where OR dash eliminates. So this is the elimination step, that is what we have to discuss today. So I will not write the complete mechanism, I will just write, I just want to show you the steps where this, now this is a very strong base. Even then you can see in these reactions of esters, this group leaves. It acts as a, instead of being a very strong base, it still leaves. It acts as a leaving group. It departs and we get the ammonolysis product. Now if we compare, if you know, if you are aware of alkyl substitutions, alkyl substitutions and elimination reactions that you have studied earlier, like SN1, SN2, or we can say E1 and E2 mechanism, E2 mechanism. Then in these mechanisms, these strong bases are very poor leaving group. Strong bases such as hydroxyl and alkoxide OR dash negative, they are very poor leaving groups. But in case of acyl substitution, they act as a good leaving groups, and these alkyl substitutions are very slow reactions. So we can explain this by considering the mechanism of both alkyl substitution as well as acyl substitution. And acyl substitution mechanism is also called addition elimination mechanism. So that is the difference in mechanism, the difference in mechanism of alkyl substitution and acyl substitution, which is also called addition elimination mechanism, that I will discuss now. Addition elimination mechanism, it explains why even strong bases may serve as good leaving groups in acyl substitution. Groups in acyl substitution, whereas in alkyl substitution these cannot serve as a good leaving group and the reaction is very slow. So let us first discuss the alkyl SN2 mechanism. Now SN2, I will just take example of SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism is a one step mechanism. Okay, I will not discuss a great detail about this. We will consider in some another lecture, but you are, all of us are aware of these SN2 mechanisms. So let me write this mechanism including transition state. Suppose, and I will write energy profile diagram. Suppose I have some reactant and we have this nucleophile, so it will attack from backside and it will give us, say first we will get a transition state CH. The attack of nucleophile is from back side. OCH3 both are partial negative. So before the OCH3 departs, the new bond starts uh, making. There is a formation of new bond. It is a concerted sort of mechanism. So eventually we get this product. So you can see here the bond to methoxide is about half broken. So before it is completely gets completely broken, OH starts attaching to carbon. So this is our transition state. So if we write, suppose here we have reactants, if we have to write its energy profile diagram, so here we have energy and here we have progress of the reaction, and here is the what you call it transition state, and here we have products. Okay, so we can write it like this can be the energy profile diagram of this reaction. Here is the transition state, and you can see that this reaction mechanism, it is not strongly endothermic, not because energy is almost similar, so it is not strongly, this mechanism is not strongly endothermic nor exothermic. Okay, so it is neither highly endothermic nor highly what you can say exothermic, and the bond to leaving group, this bond, I will write this bond to we can say bond to leaving group is half broken in the transition state. It is half broken here in the transition state. It is not like that it first completely removes then at incoming nucleophile attack. They are what you call it concerted mechanism. So it is half broken in a transition state. So the reaction is sensitive to this leaving group. Reaction rate is because it is involved in transition state, reaction rate is sensitive to leaving group. So in case of a very poor leaving groups, the reaction is quite slow. In case of a poor leaving group like alkoxide, let us say, the reaction is quite slow because the leaving this the bond cleavage between carbon and leaving group is also involved in transition state. So that's why that is a important step in these reactions, and the leaving group, it affects the rate of reaction. The poor leaving groups will definitely decrease the rate of reaction. Now let us see the mechanism of acyl substitution. Now let us talk about acyl substitution. Let us compare it with acyl substitution. So the mechanism of acyl substitution, I think I will prefer to write in the next slide because I also have to draw the energy profile diagram. So the first step is attack of a nucleophile. This is I am talking about acyl substitution. Suppose we have OC. Just give me a minute. Yes, OCH3, and here is the ammonia. It attacks here. So this is the addition step. What we get, RC O negative, then NH3 positive, OCH3. So first we get the in the next step this leaves. There is the leaving group. This is the next step. it is a separate step. Okay, it is not concerted. NH3 positive, OCH3 negative, and then there is a deprotonation. This abstractive proton, this mechanism we have done. CONH2 plus CH3OH. Now if we have to draw its energy profile diagram, let us draw its a energy profile diagram. Then we will just compare it with the alkyl substitution. Here we have, let us see, reactants, and here this is the this intermediate tetrahedral intermediate, it comes here. So we can draw this like this. Then we have from this, they through the transition state it gets converted to here, so it has energy somewhere like here. So this step is quite exothermic step. So I think, just pardon me for my drawing, it is not as good. So this is your transition state. Then eventually this gets converted to what you call it products. Amides are more stable than esters, so they have lesser energy. So this is the energy profile diagram for this acyl substitution. Now here you can the things to note down that the leaving group is a separate step, it is not concerted step, and this step is highly exothermic step. Okay, if we have to write the structure, you can see this transition state is close to energy to reactants. So according to Hammond's postulates, the geometry of transition state, it resembles your reactant. So this is your transition state. This is the transition state that is here. We can predict its geometry using Hammond's postulate. And this leaving group is a separate step. You can see it is a highly exothermic step. Okay, it is highly exothermic step, and this transition state is close to reactants. And this leaving group, the step in which OCH3 leaving group departs, it is an highly exothermic step. So these are the things that you can see from its energy profile diagram. Now as you have seen that leaving group separate, the main features of these mechanisms are leaving group departs in a separate step, and this step is highly exothermic. Okay, this step in which this leaving group departs is highly exothermic. You can see from this diagram that this has lower energy than this. So this the energy is released. So those are the steps in which energy is released, they are called exothermic. So this step is highly exothermic, and this is a separate step, it is not a concerted mechanism. And according to Hammond's postulates, as I have mentioned, that the transition state resembles the reactants. The transition state resembles the reactants. So according to Hammond's postulates, so Hammond's postulates are very important. They are used to determine the geometry of transition state, as we cannot isolate them. So Hammond has given some postulates that the geometry of transition state is similar to those side to which it is close to energy. Now this transition state was close to energy to reactants, so it's close to energy to this reactant species, so its geometry resembles this. Okay, the tetrahedral intermediate. Reactants means tetrahedral intermediate, so it's The geometry of transition state is similar to tetrahedral intermediates. So you can see that the bond to the leaving group has barely begun to break. So in transition state, it has not started, the bond cleavage has not started. So it has barely begun to break, and energy of transition state is not very sensitive to the nature of leaving group. Yeah, that is more important point. Energy of transition state is not we can say sensitive or dependent to the nature of leaving group. The reason being that the geometry of transition state is similar to reactants, and this bond has not still started to cleave. So this bond is intact. So if this bond is not intact, then it does not impart, because the energy of transition state depends upon the intermediate tetrahedral intermediate, and in this intermediate the CO bond has not been started to get cleaved. So that is why the leaving group does not have much role in these reactions, because the leaving group is a separate step. That's why in these reactions you can see, even though these are strong bases, so the leaving group does not have much effect on the rate of reaction, and we can the nucleophilic acyl substitution is a good example of reaction with the strong bases as leaving groups. So nucleophilic substitution is a good example of strong bases as good leaving group, whereas in alkyl substitution the reaction rate depends upon the leaving group, and the rate of reaction is quite slow for you can say poor leaving groups. So we have already discussed many examples of nucleophilic substitution reactions. So I will discuss more now specific reactions in my coming lectures upon nucleophilic acyl substitution. So that was all for today. Thank you very much for your kind attention.